Hello everyone, welcome to Students Point. This is 7th of October and we are going to cover all the important questions along with some additional facts at the end. So pay your attention till the end. And to get PDF of all these videos, you can join us on Telegram by writing the channel's name Students Point. You can also follow us on Instagram by writing the username The Students Point. And if you are finding these videos useful, don't forget to like the video and do share the video with your friends and loved ones. Also, don't forget to press the subscribe button and the bell icon to receive the notification of all the important videos. Now here is a question for the day and everyone has to try to answer this question in the comment section. The question is, India's first Pan-India time use survey was released by, these are the list of ministries, read the options and then answer. Let's begin now. The first question. Prime Minister Swanidhi scheme in news recently is related to, so it is related to street vendors. So yes, C is the right answer. It was announced as a part of economic stimulus to under Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan and it has been implemented since 1st of June 2020 for providing affordable working capital loan to street vendors to resume their livelihood during COVID-19. And the vendors can avail working capital loan of up to rupees 10,000 which is repayable in monthly installments in a tenure of 1 year. And if they pay this sum on time, they will given interest subsidy of 7% per annum and this interest subsidy will be directly transferred into their bank accounts through DBT, direct benefit transfer, and there will be no penalty on early repayment of the loan. Why news? Because recently Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has entered into an MOU with Swiggy to onboard street food vendors on its e-commerce platforms. So now street food vendors can also sell their food on Swiggy e-commerce platform. Next question now. Central Institute of Hindi in news is located in, so it is located in Agra. So here A is the right answer. And recently Union Minister of Education Sri Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank virtually inaugurated the newly constructed building of Hyderabad Regional Center for the Central Institute of Hindi, which was based in Agra. So this new regional center of the Central Institute of Hindi has been inaugurated in Hyderabad. And Kendriya Hindi Sansthan, which is the Central Institute of Hindi, is an educational institute established in 1960 by Department of Higher Education of Ministry of Education. It is run by an autonomous organization, Kendriya Hindi Shikshan Mandal, and at present it has 8 regional centers. Next question now. The term Lokpal and Lokayukt were coined by, so this term was coined by Dr. L.M. Singhvi. If you remember, Anna Hazare was a person who was associated with the movement for establishment of Lokpal for the central government, and it was L.M. Singhvi who has coined this Lokpal and Lokayukt term. And the Lokpal and Lokayukt Act 2013 provided for the establishment of Lokpal for union government and Lokayukt for states. So this act was placed into the parliament after pressure from the civil society, especially the movement led by Anna Hazare, the anti-corruption movement. And these institutions are statutory bodies without any constitutional status. This statement is very important, that Lokpal as of now is not a constitutional body. They perform the function of an ombudsman and inquire into allegations of corruption against certain public functionaries. Why news? Because recently Justice Praful Kumar Misra has retired from the post of Goa Lokayukt. So remember, the post for the state is known as Lokayukt, for center the post is known as Lokpal. So Praful Kumar Misra, who was the Lokayukt of Goa, has retired and he has highlighted some issues related to Lokayukt in the state. Some issues were overburdened with cases, inadequate staff, lack of governance and less powers. If anyone is making notes for mains examinations from now, then you must follow this technique. You must only write the small headings so that before examination you can quickly revise the small headings, and in examination hall you have to just elaborate those points. And I have started the Hindi series as well from now onwards. The Hindi series will be uploaded in the midnight around at 12 am, and for English as usual it will be continued in the morning at 5 am. So don't confuse the thumbnail which you were witnessing, that is yellow border at the top and the bottom. This will be of English, and for Hindi the thumbnail will be off or the cover page of the video will be in white color. So don't confuse. Those who are watching in English, continue to watch in English. Those who are comfortable in Hindi, do watch in Hindi. Okay, so let's move ahead. The fourth question. Consider the following statements about ketogenic diet. Let's see. It is a high fat, moderate protein and low carb diet that helps in weight loss by achieving ketosis. This statement is correct. What is ketosis? See, it is a state in which liver start utilizing fats of body to provide energy to or to supply energy to the body. Why? Because person is taking less glucose, and since glucose is not available in the body starts utilizing its fat. Next statement now. Typically, popular ketogenic diets suggest an average of 70 to 80% of fats, 5 to 10% of carbohydrate, and 10 to 20% of protein. So you can notice here that 70 to 80% of the diet is attributed to fats, and that is the reason why there is abundance of fats in the body, and the body via liver utilizes the fat itself to provide energy to the body, and there are very less percentage of carbohydrate. Instead, we should have high percentage of carbohydrate in the body so that glucose may be easily provided to the body. But here in ketogenic diet, only 5 to 10% of carbohydrate is being taken by the body. So here both of the statements are correct, so C is the right answer. Ketogenic diet may lead to many nutrient deficiencies such as carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, especially vitamin A, D, E, K, and minerals like calcium, phosphorus, and sodium. This diet could lead to increased stress on kidneys and may result into kidney stones as they are made to work over time. Why news? Because recently actor Misty Mukherjee, who was aged 27, who had worked in Bangla, Telugu, and some Hindi films, died on October 2nd in a hospital in Bengaluru. She suffered from kidney failure as she had been following a ketogenic diet. She was following this diet to lose her weight. And I have written here not Misty Chakrabarti because in some media channels there was confusion over Misty Mukherjee and Misty Chakrabarti, as both of their age is around 27. Misty Chakrabarti is alright, but Misty Mukherjee has died because of this following ketogenic diet. Next question now. India's largest high performance computing and artificial intelligence supercomputer is named as, so it has been named as Param Siddhi AI. So here A is the right answer. The Center for Development of Advanced Computing will commission Param Siddhi AI. This will put India into top countries in the field of global AI or artificial intelligence supercomputing research and innovation. The supercomputer will have 210 artificial intelligence petaflops, and the computer will use NVIDIA next generation technology and CDSE soft stack and cloud platform. Please note that the first supercomputer of India was Param Sivai. I repeat this name, very important name. The first supercomputer of India was Param Sivai. It was built under National Supercomputing Mission by Center for Development of Advanced Computing. While Pratyush is India's highest ranked performing supercomputer, it is ranked 39th in the world, while for India it is the highest, and it is located in Indian Institute of Meteorology. Next question now. Consider the following statements about SMART. Let's see. It is a missile-assisted release of lightweight anti-submarine torpedo system for anti-submarine warfare operations for far beyond torpedo range. This statement is correct. So it is just a missile and it is quite lightweight and it will be useful to fight against submarine. And a number of DRDO laboratories including DRDL, RCI Hyderabad, ADRDE Agra, NSTL Visakhapatnam have developed technologies required for SMART. So it has not been developed by a single body. Several laboratories of DRDO are engaged in the development of technologies required for it. So here again C is the right answer. And why news? Because this SMART or supersonic missile assisted release of torpedo has been successfully flight tested from Villa Island off the coast of Odisha. Next question now, but before that let's see the news for that. Union Minister of Environment has launched a report titled as Economic Valuation of Ecosystem Services, National Zoological Park, New Delhi. So let's see the question about that. Consider the following statements related to that report. The report by Central Zoo Authority and TERI highlights the importance of habitats such as zoos to human well-being and the need for replication across India. So this is correct. Remember that this report has been prepared by Central Zoo Authority and TERI. And the study, which is first of its kind in India, pegs the total annual economic value of ecosystem services at around 423 crore, which was in 2019 to 2020. This is also correct. So it is said that such kind of study is the first study in India as of now. So here again C is the right answer. And if you have found the video useful till now, do like the video and do share the video with your friends and loved ones. Next question, very important question. Nobel Prize for Medicine or Physiology 2020 has been given to, so it has been given to Charles M. Rice, Harvey J. Alter and Michael Houghton. So here all of these statements are correct. So here D is the right answer. Harvey J. Alter is an American. Charles M. Rice and British scientist Michael Houghton were given this award for discovery of hepatitis C virus, and hepatitis refers to inflammatory condition of the liver. It is commonly caused by viral infections, but there are some other possible causes as well, which include autoimmune responses, medications, drugs, toxins, and alcohol. There are 5 main hepatitis viruses, which are hepatitis A, B, C, D, and E. And World Hepatitis Day is observed on 28th of July. So see, they don't ask this days, question related to days, random. They ask days which is something important and related to some other aspects as well. So this time when Nobel Prize for Medicine and Physiology has been provided for discovery of hepatitis C virus, then you can expect that they may ask the day for hepatitis. So it is 28th of July. It is transmitted through direct contact with infected body fluids, typically through injection, drug use, and sexual contact. And there are no vaccines available as of now, but it can be treated with the help of some antiviral drugs. And in 2018, the National Viral Hepatitis Control Program was launched, which has target to eliminate hepatitis C by 2030. I repeat this statement once again, that the National Viral Hepatitis Control Program aims to eliminate hepatitis C by 2030. Now let's see some more points in news. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar will meet the foreign ministers of Australia, India, Japan, US. So not anything new, very simple news. Next news now. The Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan has launched Ayush Standard Treatment Protocol via video conference. The protocol comprises the self-care guidelines on preventive health measures that will help in protecting against COVID-19 pandemic. So I hope you find the video useful. Do like and do share the video, subscribe and press the bell icon. Wait for the upcoming video. Until then, stay safe and thanks for watching.